All right. Hopefully we have everyone in. And if they're not, they're eating all the food that's left, which is shame on them. Good evening. Welcome, everyone, to the 32nd Annual Celebration of Champions. Thank you. I'm Nikki Devitt, and I am the president, proudly, of the Petoskey Regional Chamber of Commerce. And I cannot tell you how absolutely amazing it is to look out and see all of your wonderful smiling faces and everyone in attendance this evening. We appreciate it so much. The Chamber team takes great pride in this event because we love celebrating tonight's winners, and we appreciate that you join us each and every time. Our amazing community that shows up for each other is absolutely, without a doubt, the best. So I'm not going to say breakfast for champions at all tonight. I wrote it down like 15 times because I still almost screwed it up when I walked out here. But I want to say that celebration of champions, the changes that we've made, these are good. Change is good. It takes time to get used to, but it's a good thing. And that's part of what we celebrate this evening. We love the opportunity to enjoy each other's company, celebrate our community, and the outstanding accomplishments of our businesses and organizations. So thank you all for being a part of it. So yes, go ahead, clap for yourselves. While tonight's event is about providing that much-deserved recognition for our award winners, it would be impossible if we don't take a moment to kind of stand back and reflect a little bit about what we as a community achieve each year. Our businesses and community have been steadfast on what has been a little bit of a long road to recovery, and we appreciate you for that. We have continued to overcome challenges, and we know there are many, and we know that there isn't always an easy or a quick fix. But the true passion and dedication this community has to creating a space where everyone is welcome, where everyone is welcome to live, work, play, and thrive is truly remarkable and one of the best things about living in Petoskey and Emmett County. What we do is because of you. Your chamber is very grateful to play even the smallest part in that role as we work to a collaborative, better place for all. So enough of my rambling, because I could keep going, but I want to start by acknowledging that we have a couple dignitaries with us this evening, and I would love if they would stand when I say their names so we can recognize them and appreciate and acknowledge the support and the work that they do for us. Senator John DeMoose from the 37th District is here. Thank you, Senator. We also have Representative Neil Frisky from the 107th District here this evening. Thank you. And Kelly Lively is here on behalf of Senator Gary Peters' office. Kelly, we always appreciate you joining us. Thank you for your service, and thank you for your passion to our community. We appreciate your attendance. I also want to take a minute to acknowledge some of the sponsors because they make events like this possible. Our overall event sponsor has been for many years and continues to be PMP Personnel Services, powered by Axios HR. We have our reception sponsor, which, by the way, can we give a round of applause for the food tonight? Absolutely incredible. That is Fifth Third Bank, who is our reception sponsor. Our supporting sponsors are Rasmussen Teller and Karen PC, North Central Michigan College, and Accident Fund. A very special thank you to the Great Lakes Center for the Arts for hosting tonight. Yes. And all of the efforts on the staff of the Great Lakes Center for the Arts to make this event truly special and memorable in a brand new place and venue. We appreciate them. There are also some sponsors that will represent different awards. So if you look in your program, you will see those, and we also recognize them throughout the evening. But we have a few other important thank yous that I want to get to quickly, and those who are providing us in-kind services or discounts, they help make the event extra special. First of all, Flowers from Sky's the Limit created the beautiful centerpieces you saw during the reception. A little tip, winners, you are allowed to take one of those. If you don't, somebody will take it for you. Mitchell Graphics has long done an amazing job providing our programs. Beveled Edges and Trophy Case helps us with our awards. Matte Photography, you'll see her running around, is tonight's celebration of champions photographer. Thank you, Molly. and the Home Depot, who donates the poinsettias every year that adorn the stage. And what you might not know is that each of them finds a home in one of our local senior care facilities after tonight's event. So that is fantastic. I also want to take a quick moment to thank our Celebration of Champions committee that is led by Drew Smith of Stafford's Hospitality. Yes, includes Suki Ostrander of Rasmussen Teller Karen PC, and Alex Myers of the Great Lakes Center for the Arts, and Jeffrey Neal of Osborne Klein. Thank you. Yes, they do a lot. In your program, you will also see the dedicated volunteers for the Athena, Entrepreneur, and Architectural committees. As you can imagine, there's a lot of moving parts to an event like this and selecting awards like this from your nominations. So please join me in thanking all these wonderful volunteers and who help make the staff a lot easier to make this happen. And so each year when I stand up here, or anytime someone is naive enough to give me the microphone for more than 2 seconds, I have to make sure that I emphasize what an incredible team we have at the Chamber. It would be absolutely impossible for me to highlight everything that they do day in and day out for our businesses and our community. But I will say this. I am lucky to work with 3 of the most incredible individuals you will ever meet, and I am eternally grateful for the opportunity that we get every day to build a passion that is contagious for a community that is simply remarkable. So please join me in recognizing Lisa Hoyt, our membership director, Emily Stuchel, our events and programming director, and who led the efforts tonight, and Molly Voorhees, our business and communications manager. Yes, and that's why the staff hates it when I get a microphone. And if you don't mind, really quickly, I would like to take just a minute to recognize our outgoing board members for their contributions to the Chamber. Scott Shearer of North Country Community Mental Health, Diana Eberhardt of Edward Jones, and Sean Lamp of Great Lakes Energy and TrueSteam. Unfortunately, all of them were unable to make it this evening due to prior commitments. Somebody's playing with Mickey Mouse in Florida, I guess. But I still want to recognize their service to the Chamber. Scott joined the board in January of 2020 to fill a vacancy and then continued on for another full term. He was a wonderful addition, and he provided great perspectives, and he will be missed. Diana joined the board in 2021 and served on several committees during that time, including Celebration of Champions, as well as the Leadership Little Traverse Steering Committee. Sean joined the board in 2018 and then went on to serve on the executive board from 2019 to 2022. And he held the role of chair in 2021 when most people would have ran the other direction and never even bothered. And he left a very positive mark on the Chamber. So please give a round of applause for these 3 fantastic people. They have no idea that their picture is this big right now in front of all of you, and that is part of the punishment for not being here. All right, so let's move on to our awards now. There are many, and they are amazing. So please help me welcome to the stage Keith Reeb of Preston Feather Building Centers to present our first set of awards, the Architectural Awards.
Good evening. Preston Feather is honored to sponsor the Architectural Awards for Celebration of Champions. Since 1915, we've been proudly supplying building materials for construction projects in northern Michigan and all over northern Michigan. At this time, I'd like to ask representatives from the Mitchell Street downtown entrance, Spring and Porter, American Spoon Foods, Comfort Keepers, Stafford's Bayview Inn, and Meyer Ace Hardware to join me on the stage. We'll figure it out as we go. So the architectural awards are nominated through building permits and committee recommendations, and then voted on by our selection committee. We'll start with the beautification category. It recognizes facade improvements or improvements with lighting, painting, or landscaping. So this year actually resulted in a tie for first place. So the winners in the beautification category are Mitchell Street Downtown Entrance and Spring and Porter. So the gateway to downtown was part of a streetscape work completed in the early 2000s. The signage, flower beds, and 3 handsome pines were beautiful for many years. In recent years, though, the pines had grown so that you couldn't see the sign or downtown very well. The Downtown Management Board included a redesign of this intersection in their plans for several years. In 2023, the plans came to fruition. City of Petoskey staff provided the labor, while the DMB provided the funds, and the completed project reveals a perfect view of downtown Petoskey that draws the eye directly up Mitchell Street. Congratulations to the City of Petoskey. Spring and Porter completed a year-long project, a complete facelift, inside and out, and top to bottom. We will focus on the exterior improvements, which included new paint, new lights, a new steel roof, new awnings, and new signage and landscaping. I actually had a front row seat to this working right across the street, so it was great to see. The goal was to turn a 40-year-old, well-used, old-world Italian restaurant into a new, modern, fine dining establishment that could endure the next 40 years. Congratulations to Spring and Porter. Our next category is the design category, which recognizes new, more large-scale construction projects. There is an honorable mention in this category, and that goes to Comfort Keepers. Comfort Keepers remodeled a vacant medical office building and increased the height to add living space within the building. They also added a second dwelling to the property. The main building, facing M119, was completely updated with a new front entry and deck, new siding, new roofing, and new windows. A new sign along the road was installed as well. Congratulations to Comfort Keepers. The winner in the design category goes to American Spoon Food. The warehouse at the 1588 River Road, a former bowling alley and skating rink, which I remember very well, was given a completely new facade in conjunction with the warehouse expansion. In addition, the parking lot was improved and stormwater management was upgraded, including a rain garden. The facade improvements include night sky-friendly lighting fixtures, all new siding, windows, entry, and a new sign. So our final category tonight is the Heritage Award. This recognizes projects that maintain the integrity of historic buildings or new projects that blend modern construction features with historic character of the community. The honorable mention in this category is Meyer Ace Hardware. Meyer Ace Hardware, supported by a facade grant from the Downtown Management Board, did the entire downtown a favor when they opened up an original window on the Pennsylvania Park side of their building. Not only does this project portray the original design of the building in perfect historic style, the storefront window is also a signal to pedestrians to walk across the park because it's now clear that there are more retail stores to be found on the upper end of Mitchell. This project was done with flawless attention to detail and brings out the unique authenticity of the building. The winner in the heritage category, if you can't guess by process of elimination, is the Stafford's Bayview Inn. "2020 2023 saw a total refresh of the Stafford's Bayview Inn. The new paint project is perfectly reminiscent of historic up north Michigan, with the dark green trim, green shingled roof, and white wood siding. Although the building had looked fine and interesting in its previous iteration of darker historic colors, the choice to go back to the traditional white is stunning and perfectly represents the era of the building and of the Bayview Association. Plus, the new sign is fancy. At this time, that concludes our architectural awards, and I'd like to welcome Lisa Hoyt from the Chamber to present the Ambassador of the Year Award.
Thank you, Keith, and congratulations to all of the architectural winners. I'm here today to recognize our Ambassador of the Year. This award has been sponsored by PNC Bank for several years, and we want to thank PNC Bank for supporting this award. The ambassadors help the Chamber in so many ways, and the Chamber is extremely grateful for this great group of volunteers. The award is chosen by Chamber staff and presented to one of our ambassadors who enthusiastically promotes the Chamber. Any of you that have watched Ted Lasso are probably familiar with this quote. You know what the happiest animal on earth is? It's a goldfish. You know why? It's got a 10-second memory. Be a goldfish, Sam. This year's recipient is not a goldfish. I mean, a goldfish wouldn't even be able to hold the award, right? However, this ambassador is one of the happiest people that I know. Fellow ambassadors said of him, always smiling and happy. He has fun wherever he goes. Another said, he's always smiling and in a great mood and loves to promote our local businesses. Adding, he's an amazing ambassador. He actually told me that what he enjoys most about being an ambassador is meeting new people and finding out what the latest happenings in Petoskey are. I can tell you that this ambassador brings fun and positive energy in all he does as an ambassador. This year's ambassador recipient is Aaron Garms of Keep It Real Social.
Thank you, everybody. Appreciate it. Thanks to the rest of the ambassadors. We have a great team, and it's proud to be part of it. So, thank you.
Stay here with me for just a quick sec. It is now my pleasure to introduce Bill McMaster, who will present the Ron Fuller Community Enthusiast Award. And we'll go
Good evening, everyone. I'm glad you all made it, and I'm happy to be here too. I am Bill McMaster of Bill's Farm Market, and we are here proud. We're proud to co-sponsor the Ron Fuller Community Enthusiast Award along with our friends at Home Depot. This award recognizes many of the attributes of our late friend Ron Fuller, and I'm sure most of you knew him too. It honors someone who is a cheerleader, an ambassador, and just an all-around great supporter of our community. This year's Community Enthusiast is a ball of energy, light, and joy. She is passionate, inclusive, fun-loving, and honestly, I don't know how she does it all. It is easy to say that volunteering runs in her blood. She will be frequently found giving time to the YMCA, Habitat for Humanity, one of my favorite organizations, the Walk to End Alzheimer's, Northern Community Mediation, and many other organizations. She is a friendly face you will see at the Taste of Harbor. She is also a proud member of the Kiwanis, and she was the United Way Volunteer of the Year in 2016, and she served as co-chair for the United Instant Wine Cellar in 2017. Let's move on here. Some of you already know who she is. She loves her chambers. She is a former Petoskey Chamber Ambassador, and now she is a Harbor Springs Chamber Ambassador. She is also a Leadership Little Traverse alumni. That's an awesome group out there. She is a strong advocate for the well-being of our youth as a board member for the Northern Den Youth Pantries, where she is a co-founder of their Give a Kid a Chance fundraiser, a Strive mentor, and a high school mentor with Wilson Talent Center in business and risk management. And getting back to her work, she manages social media and marketing for the Harbor Brand Agency. Many of her posts and articles promotes other businesses and organizations in our area, and she is a driving force behind almost all of the fun community-involved things that they do. And this is awesome. She even has a sandwich named for her at Julianne Tomatoes. That's a great place. And I'm sure that is a giveaway too. She truly is a champion for this area and loves nothing more than helping others succeed. Her level of enthusiasm for her work, community, and just life in general is contagious. I am excited to announce our 2023 Community Enthusiast Award goes to Robin Rakanowski. Please come up.
There are so many people in this room. I do not do speeches. I just have to say thank you to my work for allowing me to do everything that I do. I love my community. And Jenny Brower, you are my idol. You are the reason I do what I do. And Jeffrey Neal, you're another one. So. But thank you very much. This means the world to me. So. Can I go back down?
Thank you, Robin. Our next presenters will be David Kring and Jennifer Shorter to present the Athena Award. And I wish to thank you all for coming, and may God bless you all.
I know what you're all thinking. Dave, that is a heck of a red dress.
You look fabulous, Dave.
Thank you. Thank you. So my name's Megan Swadling. I have the honor of filling in for Dave tonight, who couldn't be here. He's got grandpa duties, but he has been the sole committed sponsor of the Athena Award for all 32 years that it has been presented in our community. Yeah. A fact of which, Athena, which is an international organization, recognized Dave this summer. Our community is the only community that has had that long of a tenure that we have recognized somebody. So that says a lot about our community, not only that we have a sponsor like Dave, who makes it a priority to make that a part of our recognition, but just an amazing group of individuals that exemplify everything that Athena represents, which is an individual, man or woman, we've yet to have our first man recipient, but it is possible, who just promotes women and celebrates them and encourages them as valued leaders and successful members of the community. It's just, as a woman who's worked for Dave for 10 years, that's pretty cool to see that he values that, even though he keeps putting me in this position to stand here. Thank you, Dave. But Jennifer Shorter is our 2022 recipient, who's here to announce our 2023 recipient and the 32nd Petoskey area recipient of Athena.
So Megan just told me at the reception that she hadn't planned anything for tonight, so she just did an amazing job. Good evening. The Athena leadership model features the 8 principles of enlightened leadership and the unique way women lead. Athena recipients are those who live authentically and learn constantly. They build relationships and foster collaboration by embracing and encouraging others. They live out their convictions by acting courageously and advocating fiercely. And finally, they give back to their communities and celebrate shared experiences. Tonight, we are here to honor an incredible individual who has embodied all of these 8 principles in action and spirit. When I asked a community member to describe this person to me, they used the words community figurehead, volunteers all the time, is good-hearted, loving, jumps in with a positive attitude, and is caring and thoughtful. Another said that this individual is a solid community leader who loves Petoskey and brings innovative thinking and makes a real difference in our community. What sets this individual apart from so many others is the willingness to act courageously and advocate fiercely, and to jump in wherever they see a need. For example, successfully writing a grant to bring the Americans and the Holocaust exhibit to our area, which over 2,400 visitors experienced during the 6 weeks it was at our public library. In 2020, in collaboration with a community group, launched the #SupportTheirStories Community Reads program, meant to promote discussions and understanding around matters of race, diversity, and other complex issues in our society. Starting in 2021, and every year since, has organized the Walk Against Hate in our community to raise awareness of anti-Semitism, bullying, and hate in all of its forms, and to encourage kindness and understanding. The 2023 event raised over $5,000 to support the work of the Anti-Defamation League of Michigan. When interviewed for a story in the Petoskey News Review about the Walk Against Hate this past October, our awardee put it best when they said, "We don't all have to be the same. We don't all have to agree with each other, but you don't need to hate people for who they are. You can disagree with them. You don't. You can disagree with them. You don't have to hate them, though." Distinctions include being awarded the State Librarians Award of Excellence, Petoskey Regional Chamber of Commerce Service Excellence Award, Crooked Tree Art Center Edie Awards for Arts and Cultural Organization, Michigan Library Association Award of Excellence, and being appointed to the Governor's Task Force to assist in creating standards for reopening libraries after the pandemic shutdown. The individual we are honoring tonight is a Rotarian and served as a recent past president. Volunteer activities have included time coaching Petoskey robotics, Shoreham United Way campaigns and committees, serving on the board and committees for Hestia Women's Giving Circle, Edie Awards, and countless other organizations in our area. During her tenure as the library director of the Petoskey District Library, the library has added a local history room, brought back the popular Petoskey's film series in collaboration with Little Traverse Civic Theater, created a book delivery program to the county jail inmates, leased a parking lot for the use of library patrons, and created Growing Readers Together with the public schools to provide one-on-one reading tutoring for kindergarten through third graders. In addition to her other activities, this individual is the president of the Temple B'nai Israel and also serves as a lay leader of the temple. For the Michigan Library Association, she serves on the strategic planning, nominating, and think space planning committees. I'm sure by now you have realized who we are honoring this evening. Please put your hands together for Vale Meyerson, this year's Athena recipient.
Why don't we step this way, we'll get some photos.
Okay.
So I'm amazed that this was kept a secret. You guys are unbelievable. And I kind of wondered what was going on when my sister showed up, because she really doesn't like things like this. And then I look around and half my staff is here, and I'm like, I didn't know they were all coming. But anyway, I cannot thank you enough for this. I'm so touched and thrilled to be awarded this amazing award and to be a part of such an amazing group of people and past winners. So thank you so much.
Up next is Reg Smith presenting the Service Excellence Award.
Now that's a tough act to follow. Good evening, everyone. I'm Reg Smith from Stafford's Hospitality. We are the proud sponsor of the Service Excellence Award. At Stafford's, we have a long history of doing all that we can to provide exceptional service to our guests in our restaurants and in our hotels. That's why we're honored each year to present the Service Excellence Award for the Celebration for Champions. When we talk about excellence, we know that it comes from demonstrating superior, unique, and unequaled service to the public. This year's award winners made a concentrated effort 20 years ago when they purchased a long-standing business to continue a tradition of service and to offer quality products. When they took over in 2003, they knew they wanted to build on a dream and create a destination for residents and visitors alike. They started by expanding offerings like their deli lunch menu. These changes were noticeable and delicious. While they continued to make changes over the years, they always kept the core of the business at the forefront, a place where the staff always makes their customers feel welcome. One of the most noticeable changes came when the store was remodeled in 2009, and they opened up the deli side to the grocery side, creating a more convenient and exciting experience for their customers. Well, that kind of gave it away. And in June of 2021, they expanded their offerings again to offer one of the area's finest selections of wine and spirits, and I might add, great steaks. Every detail in the last 20 years has created a standard of excellence, and this year's winner is known for having one of the most knowledgeable and friendly staff around. They know their customers' names. They are always there to provide expert advice and superior customer service. Today, when you visit, you know you can always get the finest and top quality fresh products, many of which are local. And did I mention the steaks? You'll find an amazing array of prepared foods and an extensive selection of wines, beers, and spirits, as well as a host of other products, including steaks. It is a tradition of quality and service and quality products dating back to 1967, and this year's winner is truly Northern Michigan's destination for the finest food and spirits. You probably figured it out by now, but this year I am proud to present the Stafford's Hospitality Service Excellence Award to Keith and Sue McLaughlin of Petoskey Sands Market and Wine Shop. Oh, did I say steaks too many times?
Yeah, that was awesome. Don't forget to introduce the next person.
Yes, Sean Michael Osborne.
You got it.
Wow, this is shocking. I've never been without words, but I am without words. This is such a wonderful community. Sue and I moved here in 2003 and took over Petoskey Sands, and we have met so many wonderful people. Every day is a joy. It's such a great community to be part of, and we are so honored for this. Thank you so very much. Appreciate it.
And now Sean Michael Osborne with the Entrepreneur of the Year.
Good evening. Who knew Reg likes steak so much, huh? That's what I learned. Now you know what to get him for Christmas. Yeah. Well, we have a good one. We have a good winner this evening. Off script, you know, there were, you like that? Off script?
No, I don't.
Oh. A ton of nominations, more than I can remember for this award in all the years. You know, a great group in our nomination and award committee that really dialed us into where we ended up. So first off, thank you to our award sponsor, Huntington Bank. This award has been in place for 13 years, and all the winners of the Entrepreneur of the Year Award have had 3 core requirements to be met. 1, chamber involvement. 2 would be presence, service, and impact to the local community. And lastly, number 3, recent growth or success. So while I was preparing this presentation, it became clear to me that if I were to give a title to this speech, it would be something like Key Moments in Time. You know, if we think back on our lives, there's always these key moments, and those are the ones that dictate where we go. The same is true in business, right? Key moments that lead an entrepreneur in his or her direction. So where they live or where they decide to move to, who they meet, who they decide to partner with, the decisions on what products to offer, and even where or how they decide to expand. So our winners, that's plural, there are 3, are a good example of experiencing some of these key moments in time. After college, 2 of the partners moved to Colorado. Not really into the 9-to-5 scene, they became exposed to their future industry while living the free-spirited lifestyle. Get this, on a chairlift, and this has been reported before, some of you may know, but if you don't, they met a guy on a chairlift in Colorado who owned a similar business as the entrepreneurs were interested in. And he showed them the ropes. Talk about a key moment, right? Next, it was easy for the 3rd partner of this enterprise to enter in because the 2 others were sleeping on his couch. Right? So when they weren't sleeping on this guy's couch, they would sleep in a van. But this was in order to save enough money to be the seed money for a new business. Other key moments were the decision to make Petoskey their home, the decision for different storefronts and locations that would evolve over time, as well as different products. So let's get to the point. This timeline is only 10 years old. And that's when the Kazanowski twins took off to live the gypsy lifestyle. Michael Kolkmeyer was the proud owner of that couch. However, and I witnessed this from talking to him, turns out to be the big brother of these twins and, of the 3 to keep the business and, the cooperation going forward. They would tell you that. 2015 would be the year that they made Petoskey their home, and Gypsy Spirits, as we know it, was off and running. So there were no $1 million budgets or pricey contractors. It was, as I was told, boots on the ground, hands-on work done by them, friends and family, entrepreneur style. Off the bat, I was also told that they physically walked into every liquor store in Michigan. I don't doubt that. All the while, during this time, not paying themselves, unless, of course, you include hugs. They'll understand what I'm talking about. So this reinvestment continued in 2017 with the successful opening of a tasting room in downtown Petoskey. 2021 would bring additional product offerings and a Mackinac Island presence, and the most recent growth, I'm sure everybody hasn't missed, Gypsy Farms. So with consistent year-over-year growth, business growth of 30 to 40%, the whole state has now gotten to know Gypsy Spirits from little old Petoskey. Among other products, the company now boasts the #1 Michigan-made vodka, the #1 Michigan-made gin. I had some tonight. And I think I witnessed some of these being passed around earlier, the state's biggest ready-to-drink canned beverage called the Mulligan. So these accolades show up, as I know the owners appreciate, in 25 to 50 jobs locally, depending on the season, and a list of nonprofits too long to mention that receive support from the company. I couldn't get this arranged. I didn't really try. But I feel like DJ Parker Marshall should be playing some dance music as we welcome these guys up. Adam Kazanowski, Michael Kazanowski, Michael Kolkmeyer, Entrepreneurs of the Year.
Thank you, guys. This is astounding. Great turnout. A total unexpected call from the chamber. We really do appreciate the chamber above all here. I think we can all say that we would be not the community we are without the chamber. I'll keep this short and sweet. Obviously, the community, without a doubt, is by far the biggest supporter and the biggest reason that we are here. The open arms that you guys have extended to us, the support you've shown us in our expansions, and the highs and lows of COVID, and making business function is been empowering, and we do appreciate you guys without a doubt. This is the community we've chosen. We love this. This is our home, and we couldn't be happier. So kudos to all of you. This is huge for us. We appreciate that.
Thank you.
I do have to thank a few people, without a doubt, and it's our contractors. We've built 3 establishments, and I think it's very important to recognize them. So Bruce Holmont of Wildwood Builders, John Beyer of Beyer Plumbing and Heating, Emil Buckbinder of Select Electric, and Top Notch Heating and Cooling. They've been great. In one facet or another of all of our build-outs, they've helped us out. But personally, I would like to thank my lovely wife, Dawn White. She has been an integral part of beautifying every single place that we've opened. She has been a supporter through the highs and lows of all of us in the high waters of financial strife, as well as now. And honey, I love you. Thank you. And thank you, guys.
All right, our next presenter is Mari Kissinger to present the Thriving Petoskey Award.
Hi, I'm Mari Kissinger, and I'm with the Highlands, and I'm also a proud member of the Chamber's Thriving Petoskey Committee. I have the honor tonight to present the Thriving Petoskey Award, which is generously sponsored by First Community Bank, Harbor Bren Agencies, McLaren Northern Michigan, and DTE Energy. This award, oh, sorry. Thank you. This award is given to recognize an individual, business, or organization that supports the Chamber's initiative of creating a thriving Petoskey by promoting positive practices that enhance our area's employees, our community organizations, and our environment. This year's award winner has worked for over 25 years to create a culture of great change. They stand out as an exemplary business in the community for their true and passionate support. From sponsoring the Clean Water Challenge with Tip of the Mitt Watershed Council to keep our beautiful waters clean and safe, to hosting snowshoeing at Camp Daggett, to connect the community with the outdoors, they pride themselves in celebrating what it means to live and work in one of the most beautiful places on the planet. They enthusiastically participate in all downtown events and even create their own. They provide fun and generous incentives for people to shop with them and support local. Knowing what it means to create a thriving community for all, they are a collection point for the Northman Den and generously support and sponsor organizations like the YMCA, Northern Community Mediation, Manna Food Project, Trails Council of Northern Michigan, Groundwork Center for Resilient Communities, and so many more. They have worked to grow a lasting impact as part of the People's First economy and Good for Michigan, where they work to understand the values of building programs and empowering people who are working toward an economy that puts people first. Additionally, they were recently recognized as part of the Good for Outdoor Recreation cohort. Most importantly, they treat their employees as valued members of the team, knowing that it's what makes the company infinitely more successful. New employees are eagerly welcomed, staff birthdays, graduations, and anniversaries are regularly celebrated, and coffee runs routinely keep everyone's spirits high. Every effort is made to help the employees and the community thrive with never-ending support. Therefore, it is my sincere pleasure to present the 2023 Thriving Petoskey Award to Becky Phillip Kranig and Bear Cub Outfitters.
I think my staff is loving that I'm up here right now talking because they know how much I hate talking even at staff meetings. Thank you, everybody. This means a lot to me, and I'm all about supporting the community and my staff and everybody and making a good, thriving community. Thank you.
Thank you, Becky. Our next presenter is DJ Jones to present the Marty Vandekar Inclusivity Award.
Thank you, Mari. Good evening, everyone. I am DJ Jones, not DJ Marshall Parker. But if the Gypsy guys want to invite me later to play some music, I'm happy to show up. I do have the honor, actually, of being associated with a fantastic team at the Petoskey Harbor Springs Area Community Foundation, so thank you. It is our pleasure. Yeah, can you applaud for the Community Foundation? Go ahead. I'll let you do that. It is the second year that we've been proud to sponsor this award. And I will say, a bit of a spoiler alert. I know it's kind of fun with these awards. You read through these things and you all try and guess who the recipient is. I give it away a little bit early here. So if you keep acting surprised, wait till the end, do what you want. But it's a spoiler alert. You're going to know fairly soon. This award was created last year in honor of Marty Vandekar. Woo! I know you all know Marty. He was just a fantastic human being. By recognizing the importance of cultivating a community for all, this award honors an individual, business, or organization in our community that breaks down barriers and fosters change to create an inclusive and welcoming community. This year's winner is truly a relational bridge builder. I love that. Relational bridge builder, as well as being one of the most welcoming and inclusive members of our community. As the pastor of First Presbyterian Church in Petoskey, told you, he created a culture where everyone is truly welcome. In addition to hosting weekly meals open to anyone in need in the community, regardless of faith, the church is also the home of AA meetings, a Buddhist meditation group, Petoskey Sunrise Rotary, and many more nonprofit in need of space. He is founder of Northern Michigan Interfaith Common Ground, where people of faith are working together to support the well-being of our community, and The Gathering, a space where people of a wide variety of spiritual practices share those practices with others. With a genuine passion for being truly inclusive, he is always working to create collaborative spaces and partner with organizations across the area to create a stronger and safer community. You will often see him speaking at meetings, encouraging openness and inclusion, kindness and civility, as well as being a strong advocate and voice for social justice. He has fostered a close relationship and a partnership between the First Presbyterian Church and Temple B'nai Israel. They often serve as volunteers at the temple and join in holiday celebrations. He has helped build a community between the two congregations that is an example for all of us. By promoting community volunteering, He works with a team that invites almost every nonprofit in the area to come to a Sunday service and help the congregation become aware of how they can give back. In doing so, he has created support of MANA, Habitat for Humanity, the North Country Trail, Little Traverse Conservancy, just to name a few. Simply put, he works every day to intentionally build a community that is welcoming and accepting to all people. It truly is my honor to award the Marty Vandekar Inclusivity Award this year to Pastor Ryan Donahoe. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Great job.
Thank you.
Thank you all. It is, I think, it is an honor to receive this award in memory of Marty and all that he did in our community. So we just moved here 8.5 years ago, Andy and my kids and I, and this was my 26th move in my life to Petoskey. And very quickly we learned that Petoskey would be our home. And as our daughter likes to say, we are never allowed to move. So my hope is that we continue to strive to be a place in which all people are welcome, all people belong, and all people feel at home. Thank you.
Thank you, Ryan, and congratulations again. Please welcome my friend Stephanie Baldwin to the stage to give the Chairman's Award.
Thank you, DJ. Good evening, all. Whoops, let me get my paperwork here. I know. As chairperson of the Chamber's Board of Directors, I have the honor of presenting the final award, right? The Chairman's Award is given in recognition and appreciation of long-standing accomplishments, significant investment, and extraordinary efforts that have shaped our community. The award symbolizes the vision, commitment, and excellence, and hard work that has made the Petoskey region a great place to live, work, and play. In the past, it has been presented to individuals, businesses, and organizations. This year's award winners have been a recognizable force in our community for decades. I am very proud to recognize Stafford and Janice Smith as the recipient of the 2013 Chairman's Award. To thank them for their contributions, they're obviously coming to the stage. I've got a lot to say. So oh, dear.
Oh, my.
Come. You just come on. Get comfy. All right. I'm going to tell you a little bit more about this dynamic duo. Don't stay behind me. You get out in front here. In 1961, Stafford Smith purchased the Bayview Inn just a few months before marrying Janice. From there, Stafford's hospitality was created and grew. The Pier Restaurant was purchased in 1970, the Weather Vane Restaurant in 1986, the Perry Hotel in 1989, the Gallery in 2007, and Stafford's Crooked River Lodge in 2011. Working the business together, and with Janice being a teacher with Petoskey Schools, they fast became fixtures in the area. Both have lived by the idea that when you are in the hotel and restaurant business, there is always joy somewhere, and they not only found it, but spread it far and wide. Many of you in this room may or may not know this, but it was not an uncommon occurrence for Stafford and Janice to host staff, skiers, and the like in their home when they needed a place to stay. Upwards to 20 people at a time. Now that's the definition of hospitality. Stafford and Janice Smith have been a constant presence in the community, volunteering in countless endeavors over the years. They shared their vision of excellence with their family and business partners to create what we surely know today will always be a legacy. They have built a standard of hospitality that carries a strong and lasting impact. By always listening to the customer and truly placing value in their employees, they have created a culture that is a standard of excellence. They lived by the idea that the true heart of any business is the staff, and it is shown in every aspect of their endeavors over the years. For 60 years, Stafford Hospitality has provided premier waterfront dining and historic lodging throughout northern Michigan. Please join me in congratulating Stafford and Janice Smith as this year's Chairman's Award winners.
Thank you so much. It hardly seems like 63 years ago when we arrived in this community. But this has been our home. You couldn't find a better community to find a place to build a business. And we have been so lucky that people had the trust in us to take over, let's say, an aged hotel and make it into what Stafford's Bayview Inn is today. But with the presence of this community and the folks really standing up for it in this community, we have been able to share our talents, our people, our talent with many, many folks that are here today, and a lot of those folks who, our alumni association at Stafford's is in the thousands now. And we are so proud of that because that's where it happened. Janice and I perhaps had a bit of a vision, but a lot of that vision came from the folks that have served us as employees over the years. And so it's really, this award belongs to them. So we're going to proudly display this award in one of our hotels, and I want you all to feel as proud of it as we are. Thank you so much. This means a lot to us.
And now I'm happy to welcome back to the stage Nikki, and she promises to keep it brief. Yes.
Oh, what an absolutely fantastic evening. And first of all, a huge round of applause for all our winners one more time. Yes. We need a separate round of applause for all of the people who got them here without them knowing why. I also want to say thank you. As an audience, people feel what you give off, and you all celebrated each and every winner so much with heart and passion, and that is truly, as was said several times this evening, what makes our community absolutely positively incredible. So give yourselves, I see some cheering back there. Yes, you deserve it. Tonight's event was recorded, so if you feel like reliving it, you want to get teary-eyed and misty again, or you want to share it out with friends, the recording will be released soon. So quickly, so I do get you out of here like I was instructed to by my board chair. One more time, a special thank you to PMP personnel, services powered by Axios HR, Fifth Third Bank, our reception sponsor, North Central Michigan College Accident Fund, and Rasmussen Teller and Karen PC, our supporting sponsors, Great Lakes Center for the Arts, which is amazing, our facilities sponsor, and to all our award sponsors and everyone who contributed to this great event. As a parting thought, if you're sitting there this evening and you think, I know who needs to win next year, please tell us. Please email us. Don't be shy. We want to know. And if you think it's you, nominate yourself. That's fine too. We just know that we have so many champions in this community, and we want to continue to be able to celebrate them often and with you always. So on behalf of the Petoskey Chamber staff, our incredible board of directors, I wish you a wonderful and incredible holiday season, and thank you so much for joining us this evening.